Hello everyone. Today we will talk about King Khafre. Please subscribe to the channel as a please, not an order. Press the like button to support us and write a comment with your opinion. This improves our level and enjoyable viewing for everyone. Khafre, ancient Egyptian, Khafre. He appears as Ra, also read as Khafre and Greek. Pharaoh, New Khephren or Chephren, was an ancient Egyptian pharaoh of the 4th dynasty during the Old Kingdom. He was the son of Khufu and the successor of Jedfer. Pharaoh reigned about 26 years. 2570 BC, predecessor Jedefrisexosperi. Menkaure. Royal titulary consortens 3. Khufu I. Personet. Hekanu Hajetcheltind. Dwinra. Nyaser. Kentetka. Shepsetkau. Menkaure. Khufu II. Sek Emker. Nikar. Enkmer. Aker. Eunmin. Eunra. Rekheter. And Hemeter, father Khufu, mother Meretitsi. Or Henetson burial pyramid of Khafre monuments, pyramid of Khafre dynasty, 4th dynasty. According to the ancient historian Manetho, Khafre was followed by King Khafre, but according to archaeological evidence, he was instead followed by King Menkaure. Khafre was the builder who made the 2nd largest pyramid at Giza. The view held by modern Egyptology at large continues to be that the Great Sphinx of Giza was built in approximately 2500 BC for Khafre. Not much is known about Khafre, except from the reports of Herodotus, writing 2000 years after his life. Khafre was a son of King Khufu, and the brother and successor of Jedfer. Khafre is thought by some to be the son of Queen Nefertiti due to an inscription, where he is said to honor her memory. King's wife, his beloved, devoted to Horus. Nefertiti's, king's wife, his beloved. Nefertiti's, beloved of the favorite oft to goddesses. She who says anything whatsoever and it is done for her. Great in the favor of Snefer, great in the favor of Khufu, devoted to Horus. Honored under Khafre. Nefertiti's, breasted. Ancient records. Others argue that the inscription just suggests that this queen died during the reign of Khafre. Khafre may be a son of Queen Henetson instead. Khafre had several wives, and he had at least 12 sons and 3 or 4 daughters. Queen Meresung III was the daughter of Kawab and had affairs too, and thus a niece of Khafre. She was the mother of Khafre's sons Nebuchadnezzar, Dwinra, Nyaser, and Kentetka, and a daughter named Shepsetkau. Queen Khufu I was the mother of Menkaure and his principal Queen Khufu II. Hekanu Ejet was a wife of Khafre. She is mentioned in the tomb of her son Sekemker. Personet may have been a wife of Khafre. Based on the location of her tomb, she was the mother of Nikar. Other children of Khafre are known, but no mothers have been identified. Further sons include Enkmer, Aker, Eunmin, and Eunra. 2 more daughters named Rekheter and Hemeter are known as well. There is no agreement on the date of his reign. Some authors say it was between 2558 BC and 2532 BC, while the Turin king lists length for his reign is blank, and Manetho exaggerates his reign as 66 years. Most scholars believe it was between 24 and 26 years, based upon the date of the will of Prince Nekir, which was carved on the walls of this prince's mastaba tomb. The will is dated anonymously to the year of the 12th count, and is assumed to belong to Khafre since Nekir was his son. Khafre's highest year date is the year of the 13th occurrence, which is a painted date on the back of a casing stone belonging to Mastabaji 7650. This would imply a reign of 24 to 25 years for this king. If the cattle count was biannual during the 4th dynasty, Khafre built the 2nd largest pyramid at Giza. The Egyptian name of the pyramid was Ren Khafre, which means Khafre is great. The pyramid has a subsidiary pyramid, labeled Gta. It is not clear who was buried there. Ceilings have been found of a king's eldest son of his body, etc., and the Horus name of Khafre. Valley Temple. The Valley Temple of Khafre was located closer to the Nile, and would have stood right next to the Sphinx Temple. Inscriptions from the entranceway have been found, which mention Hathor and Bubastis. blocks have been found showing the partial remains of an inscription with the horse name of Khafre. Weezer IB. Mariette discovered statues of Khafre in 1860. Several were found in a well in the floor and were headless, but other complete statues were found as well. Mortuary Temple. The mortuary temple was located very close to the pyramid. From the mortuary temple come fragments of mace heads inscribed with Khafre's name as well as some stone vessels. Great Sphinx and Sphinx Temple. The Sphinx is said to date to the time of Khafre. This is supported by the proximity of the Sphinx to Khafre's pyramid temple complex, and a certain resemblance despite damage to the facial structure seen in his statues. The Great Sphinx of Giza may have been carved out as a guardian of Khafre's pyramid, and as a symbol of royal power. It became deified during the time of the New Kingdom. Khafre in ancient Greek traditions, the ancient Egyptian historian Manetho called Khafre Sophistu, and credited him with a rulership of 66 years, but didn't make any further comments about him. Contrary to modern Egyptologists and archaeological findings, Greek historians Diodorus and Herodotus, writing more than 2,000 years after King Khafre, depicted him as a tyrant who had followed his father Cheops on the throne. Herodotus and Diodorus say that Khafre ruled for 56 years. They describe a king Menkaure, whom they call Mykonos, as the follower of Khafre, and that this king was the counterpart of his two predecessors. Herodotus describes Menkaure as bringing peace and piety back to Egypt, of all the rulers of the Old Kingdom. Khafre is evidenced by the greatest number of statues. Almost all of them come from Giza, partly from the official necropolis there, but mainly from the area around the temple complexes of the Khafre pyramid. In a large hall of the Valley Temple, 23 depressions have been made in the ground, in which originally life-size statues stood. One of these depressions is wider than the others. There may have been 2 statues here. It has been suggested that these 24 statues are related to the hours of the day. All of these statues were removed from their location at some point after the reign of Khafre. Auguste Mariette found 9 of them during excavations in 1860 INV.no, CG 9 to CG 17, and fragments of a 10th CG 378 in a pit within the Valley Temple. These statues are now in the Egyptian Museum in Cairo. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to grow our family and like to support us. And write a comment with your opinion as well, not an order. And bye.